Hello everybody, my name is Alex and this is a properly weird video idea. I'm a bit worried it's going to be a mess, but what we're going to do is we're going to try and answer some, well, kind of give opinions on some of the biggest theories on the Runner DLC, answering some of the biggest questions like, what form will the DLC take, whilst playing a game of Civ, with face cam on, which I'm not used to. So it's going to be a mishmash, I can't say mishmash, a mishmash of nonsense. I am playing as England because I am English. Which begs the question, why do I play as every other civilization or other stuff? So the first question is, what form will this DLC take? I have these written on my phone, by the way, because I'm that organised. Everything we've seen thus far does suggest it's going to be a smaller DLC. It's going to be a DLC like a Civilization and Scenario Pack. I say that because basically of the stuff like achievements they've added to the game, no way have they added enough achievements for this to be another major expansion. I really doubt it's going to be a Rise and Fall, Gathering Storm styled thing. The other thing to mention with that is that no Civ game before has had 3 expansions, and there's probably a reason for that. Game developers tend not too much to break trends. If they don't usually do 3 expansions for a game, then they probably won't this time around. So it's probably going to be a smaller Civilization and Scenario Pack, but that's still immense. I mean, I'd still be very happy with that. Another, why we got 3 recon units now? I mean, I'm not going to complain because recon units are brilliant. They bring me lots of money, which is good. The second question is, what civs could be added? Now, honestly, nobody really knows. I've seen some theories that it could be kind of Native American civs that could be added, or at least in one of the Civilization scenario packs. They could be very different civs if there's multiple civs and scenario packs. Just because it's called Runner, so I've seen that commented before. What I don't think it'll be is more European civs. There might be 1 European civ, but if there's like 2 civ and scenario packs, I mean, I think they'll almost certainly not both be European, and both will probably be from across the world. Europe has a lot of civs in the game already, whereas other parts of the world do not have as high representation in the game. That was a big word, representation. Ah, that's bad. Okay, the next thing is, what do I think basically of a space/colonization style DLC? Now I think I saw this on Civ Fanatics at some point the other day when I was researching for this video. And I really liked the idea, especially colonization. I never played Civilization Beyond Earth too much, so a space style DLC is not really for me. I do not see those sort of things being added as DLC. I think they're too major. So if you were to get a colonization especially, or a sort of space-style DLC, I think they'd be more likely to be as their own game. What am I doing? We need to go down here. Colonization was immense though. I would love to see another one of those games. I am making such a mess of this game. I'm trying to do 2 things at once and it's not working well with my simple brain. Okay, the next thing is, should there be new units and a greater variety of units? Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think that any update probably will come with more units. For example, like the swordsman goes straight to the musketman. I've seen people point that out before as something they'd like to see greater variety in, maybe like a heavy swordsman or whatever. Wouldn't it be great to have kind of a unit designer for certain units? For example, I've always wanted to design my own battleship.
But authority.
Like, designing battleships would be pretty immense. Like, maybe you could design exactly what armament they had, so you could design how heavy their guns are, how many turrets they have, so if they have more turrets, they'll be more deadly. You could design how much armor they have, so if they have more armor and more guns, they would be heavier, so can move slower. But obviously, with more armor, it's difficult to get past more armor, so they'd be stronger. Another thing I'd say on that is if you were designing your own battleship, obviously, the more guns and more armor you put on it, the more expensive it should be to build, to upkeep, so you've got to bear all those things in mind. But on the subject of units, I would love to see that. Automated builders. I mean, yes. We had automated workers in Civ 5. Can we have automated builders, please? It would make things a bit simpler. Maybe just set them a focus. So if you want to build them to improve on housing, set them a focus of building housing, and then they can do what they can. Oh, he's a pain in the arse. It's an honor to meet you. In fact, no, I don't like you. Go away. Every game he just goes around destroying the city-states, being an idiot. Okay. The next point I wanted to discuss was, and this was a comment by the way, this was left by Scholastic Vibrations. A lot of these have kind of formed on comments, but I couldn't find a lot of the comments, so I couldn't link people in. But he said, could the DLC be called Runner because they are adding a competition in, or having a particular host city host the Olympic Games? Basically, could it be Runner because there's like an athletics thing, so you could have the Olympic Games in later eras moving between cities? Host cities, lots of income, lots of prestige, you know, all that good stuff. Now, I really like that idea. I think that is a pretty cool idea. I mean, overall, I don't think it will happen because I think it'll just be a Civ and scenario pack, but it is a good idea. And I would definitely like to see a kind of a travelling circus, whether it be the Olympics or something else, going around the world in a host city, the most prestigious cities in the world, and bringing in finance, maybe extra science, culture, all that good stuff. And definitely great people points. So, I like that idea. Go away! You are a horrible person. You will bully city-states for the remainder of this game, and then we'll ultimately find ourselves at war. No. Okay, the final point I have on here is, could there be a World War II scenario, and what do I think of a World War II scenario? Now, I've seen this idea going around a lot. But yeah, I think a World War II scenario would be an incredible idea, and one which all of us fans of the game, all of us players would absolutely adore. Like, it would be immense. I think it's doable. I've seen them use other historical periods in previous games and this one and really made them come to life in a Civ fashion. So I think it would work relatively well. The only thing I would say is which part of the Second World War should they focus on? Because I think logically it would be the European front. That'd probably be the most popular choice. But I would love a scenario where you're having to fight the naval conflicts of the Pacific front. Like Japan versus America, all that stuff absolutely fascinates me. So I would love to see the Pacific campaign in there as well. But whether they would do that or not, I don't know. I'd like to think it'd be a world front, like a world map, but that'd be really tough to implement. I think overall from the DLC, I'm hoping that it's going to be a Civ and scenario pack seems the most realistic outcome, so that'd be cool. With civs from one Native American civ and then something really interesting from elsewhere. I would really like to see Gran Colombia. I made a video on that a while ago, so that'd be a personal kind of favourite of mine to see that in there. And I would love to see a World War II scenario as well. I think that would be incredible. So realistically, if I could hope for any things, it would be a Native American civ, Gran Colombia, and a World War II scenario. It'll probably be none of those things, will it? But ultimately, I think that would be pretty immense. Okay, so that is it for this video. It was kind of weird doing it like this, but do let me know what you think.
And a mishmash of nonsense.
If you do want to see more, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. My name is Alex, and I will see you in another video soon.